All right, I'm not going to lie, I am overwhelmed by the positive response and all the wonderful comments and the requests for new flyover videos. So you guys have been great. I'm trying my best to knock out all those requests, or at least all the ones I can. One of the big ones that keeps coming up is, hey, can you fly up the coastline, or rather down the coastline from Long Beach, maybe down to Dana Point? Yes, I can. In fact, that's what I'm going to do right now. And this is one where I think I'm just going to let this whole thing roll. I'm not going to do any cuts, and we'll just see what we see on the way down. Right now it's a Sunday at about 11:30 in the morning.
Hey, I just needed to quickly interject that the video I shot it on April 19th, which was before California's Governor Gavin Newsom shut down the beaches on May 1st. So if you see people on the beaches, that's why.
Coming up to the shoreline in Long Beach here, you can see off the nose, those are islands that are for petroleum production. At some point, I'm going to fly up to Catalina and maybe we'll take a look at those. They look really cool from ground level and very depressing from the sky. Yeah, so looking down at the beach here in Long Beach, we've got this bike path that goes all the way down the beach, and there is a little bit of activity out there. I do see some people skating and biking. By the way, we've got some clouds here, some morning clouds in Long Beach, but just up ahead, as we start to get towards Huntington, and actually just the other side of the inlet here at Seal Beach.
It's good. 42, runway 30, clear for takeoff.
30, clear for takeoff, Jim 42.
Hold up 285 for exchange approved.
For exchange approved, good day, 285. By the way, so off to the left here is Naples. Beautiful, very swanky area of Long Beach. And then underneath me is the Peninsula. I have friends who live in the Peninsula. Hi.
Foxtrot 4, cross runway 26 left.
Los Alamitos Tower, helicopter 9825. I'm actually not sure if the tower's open right now. I don't believe they are, but they're going to give...
909, Los Al Tower.
Yeah, helicopter 9285 is coming up on Seal Beach. We'd like a transition along the shoreline.
Helicopter 935, route transition along the shoreline is approved. Altimeter 3009er.
3009er, and that's 90285. All right. So they are open. This is why we ask. All right, this is Seal Beach right here. The beach itself is pretty abandoned. A single lifeguard making sure nobody goes out on the beach. And what are they driving? Is that a Toyota Tacoma? I think that might be a Toyota Tacoma. We'll have to check the footage. Tell me if that's a Toyota Tacoma. Boat going out. Yeah, from a social distancing perspective, I think boating is a pretty great activity right now. One of my favorite helicopter pilots, a dude named Aaron Fitzgerald. He flies the Red Bull aerobatic helicopter. He's doing a fair bit of boating. Aaron, if you're watching this video, I love your flying. I mean, seriously, he does stuff like inverted, flippy. It's crazy stuff. All right. Looks like we got people walking on the beach here. Man, it is a beautiful day.
Helicopter 285 for exchange approved.
For exchange approved, good day. 285. Switching over to the general frequency, so I'll make some self-announcements here as we go past Huntington, and then I'll talk to John Wayne Airport. Whoa, surfers! Hey! Ha! Okay. This is really interesting. So on my previous LA shutdown video, when I was flying over towards Redondo, there were no surfers and it was bizarre. So I think I found the surfers. Stand-up paddleboarders? Yeah. Wow, okay. This is thriving. I don't know why I'm surprised. And I do see a lifeguard up there. This is like a lot more beach activity than I would have expected. Off the left of the nose here, there's a wetland area that me, my wife, and child will sometimes walk along. If you're looking for a lovely walk along a wetland area, whatever this place is called is where you should go. This is why I title these things afterwards, because I can't remember all this stuff and fly. By the way, if you're curious, right now I'm flying at right about 300 feet. Ground speed is 92 miles an hour. It is a beautiful day, just gorgeous out. I move over here a little bit, we can see all the activity. I'm surprised at how thriving it is. Sorry, I'm being a bad host and getting the next radio frequency dialed up. All right, so we are coming up on Huntington Beach here. Yeah, there's like a lot of people out at the beach today. Here, I'm going to deviate over to the right just a little bit so you can say hello to the surfers. Hello, surfers. Helicopter 285, 1 west of the Huntington Beach Pier, east along the shoreline, 400.
25, showing locales, 56.
Oh, sorry about that, thanks.
That's a 9.
2. You know, I was off by 1 number. Locale was very nice, though. Helicopter 285, Huntington Beach Pier, east along the shoreline, 400. Okay, so this doesn't look like Sunday busy, but this looks like maybe a casual weekday, off-peak season busy. There's a lot of people out at Huntington Beach. Ah, there's like some sweet-ass cars down there. There are classic cars out of frame. I shouldn't be referencing them because you can't see them, but what, am I going to not notice them? And like there are surfers everywhere. Here, let's peek out just a little bit just so you can see. Oh my gosh, so many surfers. Here's the Huntington Beach Pier. Have they changed the rules? Like, are you allowed to be out now? I'm going to pop up just a little bit here, get a bigger view, and then that'll make it easier for me to talk to John Wayne Tower here in just a second.
For 651 Kilo Charlie, John Wayne ground, roger, out of Baker Street, taxi via Bravo to the tower run-up. Cherokee $2 bike, traffic's turning a 2-mile funnel, runway 20 left at Kilo, clear for takeoff.
That's John Wayne Tower.
November 7 to Mike Charlie, contact SoCal departure 128.1.
John Wayne Tower, helicopter 9er285, Huntington Beach, request southeast transition along the shoreline.
4-star 7 Sierra Lima, runway 20 left, taxi via Charlie Kilo. Who's the helicopter?
That's helicopter 9er285 over Huntington Beach.
9er25?
9er285.
Southwest 5338, John ground. Hold for the Embraer, the big stripe, then push approved, tail south, ATIS running. November 7 Victor Tango, number 2, follow that Cessna on a 1-mile final, runway 20 left, clear for the option.
There's actually more activity than I would have expected.
November 99 uniform number 1, runway 20 left, clear for the option. Helicopter 9285, geometry tower, squawk 0251, then ident, stay altitude.
Squawk 0251, ident, and we are currently at 500 feet.
Paragon flight 24, runway 20 right, cleared for takeoff. Cherokee 2 Delta Mike, radar contact, maintain V4 below 2,400, stay altitude. November 2 Delta Mike, contact SoCal departure on 128.1. Helicopter 285, radar contact 5 miles southwest of Javits Airport, transition approved via the shoreline as requested, altimeter 3008.
3008, transition approved, Niner 285. I got the pilot voice. So we are in the Newport Beach area. Just like flying over the Hollywood Hills, I cannot afford to live here, but I can afford to slightly bother the people who do with my helicopter noise, though I am trying to fly friendly. I'm 500 feet.
Cherokee 6 Hotel, runway 20 right, taxi via Bravo Kilo.
And the Enstrom is actually a fairly quiet helicopter. It doesn't make nearly as much noise as some other helicopters. You got to fly friendly. These are neighbors.
Tower, make right traffic, runway 20 right.
Yeah, so we'll fly along Newport Beach here.
1 Geometry Tower, roger, stand by. So 99 uniform, no delay on your left turn at the end hotel, please. Traffic short final.
Deviate slightly so we can take a little quick peek at the bay.
Stand by.
Okay.
99 uniform, runway 20 left, taxi via. Actually, the Sports Star is outbound. Stand by. There he is. November 99 uniform now, runway 20 left, taxi via Charlie Kilo.
Yeah, I can tell why people live here and
flight 24, contact
pay a lot of money for the privilege. This is beautiful.
2 aircraft 1, stand by for the compass rose. Paragon flight 24, contact SoCal departure. Big stripe 332, turn left at Lima, cross runway 20 left, hold shut runway 20 right. November 7 Victor Tango is at the taxi back. 7 Victor Tango, roger, and runway 20 left, taxi via Charlie Kilo. November 907 Sierra Lima at Kilo, cross runway 20 left, hold shut runway 20 right.
There's a lot of action happening. My God, there are some very nice houses here.
Cherokee 651 Kilo Charlie, runway 20 right, taxi via Bravo Kilo.
So just on the other side of Newport Bay here, the little inlet, we'll exit.
West 24, Java Ground, roger, runway 20 right, taxi via Alpha.
Exit John Wayne's airspace. And the flight up here to Laguna Beach, onward to Dana Point, is just wonderful.
Big stripe 332, runway 20 right, full length, clear for takeoff.
Got a tailwind and everything, man.
Helicopter 285, radar service terminated, squawk 1200, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, 285. All right.
Cessna 99 uniform, be just a minute here for your departure.
Helicopter 285, Newport Bay, southeast along the shoreline, 500.
Traffic question, Clemente climbing up through 1,000 feet up to 4,500. We're currently next to baseball diamond percent.
Lovely flex here, welcome to Cherokee. Turn around the point over Angel K Lighthouse, 1,400.
Yeah, so I was talking to John Wayne, and then I'm on a general frequency where people announce where they are. So other helicopters that are operating in the same area will have a sense of where I am. I'm going to stop talking about helicopter operations and note all the very fancy houses and the brilliant shoreline. I mean, like that place. Yes, that place. Whew. Not a bad home if you can get it. Golf course off to the left. Don't see anybody golfing out there. But yeah, plenty of activity on the beaches. Man, and the water is gorgeous. What do we have down there? I see something expensive. That is an Acura NSX. Nope, no, that's not. I'm so terrible at car spotting from the vertical position. That was a McLaren, maybe a 720. I'm glad it's not on camera. I should have just gone with it. Like if you hadn't seen it, you wouldn't know I was completely wrong. All right, there's a political note in the sand there. I got a question for you. One of the interesting things is that in the comments, I seem to be getting a lot of commenters who are from Australia and England, and I was kind of curious why that is. You guys are from Australia and England. Let me know what the interest is in with California, because yeah, I'm kind of blown away by the sheer number. I kind of expected some random folks to be interested, but the international interest in my my California flights is kind of surprising, but delightful. Like living in this rocky vista overlooking the ocean. Oh man. So we're coming up to Laguna Beach here. I'm gonna just climb up here a little bit. Bother people a little bit less and get a better vantage point. By the way, not to jinx myself, but I don't see many birds. As you may know by now, I have a very uncomfortable relationship with birds. I really do my best to avoid them. So this is
312 Cherokee, turning around Wood Point, 1000 around Angel Gate Lighthouse.
Helicopter 285 Laguna Beach, southeast along the shoreline, 700. Everybody seems to know Laguna Beach. What's your reference for Laguna Beach? Is it like the OC or an MTV show of some sort? How do you know Laguna Beach? Because I've gotten a lot of requests to fly over Laguna Beach. We're going to continue along the shoreline here, and then we'll wrap things up at Dana Point. Hey, as long as I've got a quiet moment here, I just want to mention that I really do try and answer as many questions as possible, but it is becoming very, very hard because there are so many questions and so many comments. So I'm going to do my best, but I have like a 4-year-old daughter and a job, and it's really hard to keep track of all of it. So if I don't answer your questions, please forgive me, and I apologize. But there's just a lot of stuff to keep track of, so bear with me. Okay, what do you think? Better view. Would you live on the shore, or would you live up here in the mountains? And I think up on the hill here. I suspect I know the answer, but I don't know. There's something nice about that elevated vista of these houses on the hill. And then, of course, beneath us is PCH. We don't say the PCH. That's the one exception for describing roads with the word the. I don't say the PCH. I just say PCH. Do you say the PCH? tell us in the comments. And just a quick answer, a question I got on Instagram. A few people asked how I got into flying, and do I work as a pilot? I don't. I do have my commercial rating. I got my commercial rating last year, and I've been a pilot for 12, 13 years now. But you know, sometimes when you take a hobby and you make it a job, it squeezes the fun out of that hobby. Flying is that for me. I don't want to make it a job because I really want to love doing it. So I don't work for a living as a pilot, and I don't do tours or anything like that. I'll fly with friends and family, and occasionally I'll collaborate with people on fun projects. But I really want to keep this something that I enjoy by not making it an obligation. Oh, and I can't remember a time when I didn't want to be a pilot. Literally, my earliest memories are looking to the sky and wanting to fly. So this is just a dream I wound up making happen after a really long period of time. Oh, and if you're curious, I do not come from money. Nobody bought me my helicopter or my license. I started as a janitor and got into radio in a very low level, and then eventually built enough of a career that I was able to make this stuff happen. Also, I have a very understanding wife. If you'd like to see what my wife is like and how tolerant she is, you can check out our car reviews. And we're coming up to Dana Point here. It's pretty quiet at Dana Point, so I'm going to drop down here a bit. We'll do a flight around Dana Point, Capistrano Beach, go look at the boats, and then I think we're going to wrap it up. As before, if you guys have specific requests, if there's anything you'd like to see, you can just let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. Seriously, I can't overstate how surprised but elated I am that you guys are so wonderful in your comments. My God, this is beautiful. All right. You know what? I'm going to pull up here a little bit. So off the nose is Capistrano Beach, and then off the left side of the helicopter is San Juan Capistrano. As long as I'm here, I know somebody's going to request a flyover of San Juan Capistrano, so I'm just going to knock that out while we're here. Say what you will about California, we have some lovely beaches. And gonna come right over here. All right. I think this has been a very nice flight. Again, I can't tell you how, guys. I'm stumbling with my words. I'm so pleased. I can't tell you guys how happy I am that you guys have been so supportive of the helicopter videos. I'll keep making them as long as you guys keep watching them. So, thanks for flying along with me. Hope you guys are staying safe. If you want to ask me any questions directly, Instagram is a great place to do it. Hit me up on Instagram. Be sure to like and subscribe if you did indeed like this. Don't feel obligated to like it if you hated it. Hope you guys stay safe. Chat soon.